Yeah, welcome, Angela.
Hey, hi guys. So
Hi.
I took the prom a little differently because I focused more on like why I'm going to Panama because I wanted to share that with y'all, and it's also my first mission trip. So I had main reasons I was going. So first is for college, and the second is like career and future goals. And I think my first reason is more of like my main reason. And I think at Panama, it's going to be like a very new experience. I'm practically not going to know anyone there except the people I'm going with. And um, before heading to college, I want to serve in a place where I don't know anyone. I'm separated by like, language, and I'm not inherently like the most comfortable situation that I am here. And I guess it's kind of like a pre-college experience because it's similar, like new people. You're not inherently like in a comfortable living experience as well. And recently, I think as I've had like after the college application process and I have like more time, I've been thinking more about like my identity and motivations behind like my actions. And I found that a lot of it related to like NCA. And I feel like unconsciously or maybe like consciously, my serving of the church now was due to me having, I don't know if this will make sense, but me having expectations that others have expectations of me to do these things. Like, I feel like they expect me to do it, so then I do it, rather than because I really want to do it. And then once I move to college, I'm not going to, like, NCA isn't going to be a community I see frequently. So I guess I was kind of scared to see what would happen like, if I would detach myself from God, or like how I would see my identity as a child of God if like no one is there to technically like hold me accountable, I guess. So through my Canada mission trip, I want to worship God outside of my comfort zone so I can continue that practice throughout my college and like my entire life. And then the second was career and future goals. This was like much smaller than my first reason, but I think, most of y'all may know I was going to like the design art track for my career, and then I changed to dentistry. And I think one thing that aligned with me was that for dentistry, I feel like you can help more people, and in that way, it's like missionary work. And I know our church is also doing like a dental mission trip in late summer. So that's something that I was very interested in. Like I'm not going to that one, but in like the future, I'd really like to participate in those. And then I wanted to connect my like Panama mission trip motivations to like my discipleship lens class with Deacon Kim. And I think one of my favorite chapters, I don't really remember, but it was about like attracting people to God. And I really like this chapter because it called me out on the intentions behind my actions. So rather than centering my behaviors around glorifying God and leading others to God, I was trying to like attract others to myself and glorify myself in that way. So I think I was very, I guess, deceptive in like my motivations. So I would do these good works so others would like me more or see myself in a more positive light, rather than because it's what God really wanted me to do. And this chapter, like, it just opened my eyes, and I want this practice to continue in my future where I can, my actions, like my daily life, can show others how, like, even in my secular life, like work or studying, I can glorify God, because secular works and like missional work doesn't have to be separate, like Elliot said, so that they can grow closer to God as well. And I think people are more likely to follow like behaviors rather than if I evangelize and tell them, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. But if they see how I live in like a more godly way, then they're more likely to, oh, I should do that. Yeah, that's it.
Well, stay there, stay there.
Any questions?
Uh, what are you most looking forward to, like mentally, like changing? Are you like hoping, Panama will like change like thoughts on, you know, life or perspectives or anything like that? Like, are you looking forward to any of that?
I think like the most, I
Let's
said
go
it
here.
like in my first point, but basically like my motivation behind worship, and I think I didn't say like I know a lot of people, I'm very comfortable with like a lot of people, and that way I'm connected. But in Panama, I feel like I'm going to sort of like detach myself from that community, and once I'm with like the people we're serving there, rather than doing it as like, oh, I'm going there as someone above them to like lower myself and be on the same level as them, but it's just like we can all like worship God, like it's all the same worship. There's no worship that is more better or like that God prefers. I don't know if that answers.
One more question.
Okay, thank you, Angela. 다 끝났어? 예림이 안 가?
예림이 가요.
어, 예림. Just share your prayer point. 자, 지금 여기서 다른 사람이랑 예림이랑 앤젤라 세 명이? 엘레나. 이현이도 와? 빨리 와.
Yeah, just
엘레나
talk about why you want to go.
I can go as a group. 새우깡 남겨주세요.
지금 갖다 놓어.
Just doing that OT. 과자 먹어 여기. 현대 가는